Hello. Okay, so I had to use my phone today. It's Wednesday, it's 7 o'clock, and that's what we do on Wednesday at 7 o'clock. And you know what's really funny? It's Jenny Bates, by the way. Thank you. Thank you for watching. You know, sometimes I feel like I'm just kind of talking to anybody, but y'all really watch. And that's awesome. Thank you. So, real estate agents out there, I'm talking to you for just a minute. You're working your ass off right now. I know you are. It's a shifting market. I know I'm working my ass off. We're spending a lot of time on the phone, and we're spending a lot of time in our sphere, and we're spending a lot of time just making sure our business keeps going. Not only do we have a shifting market, but it is also fourth quarter. You know, it's always historically a slower time in real estate. But I gotta tell you, it's exciting. For me, when you get to dig in and really use your skills, it's super exciting. So I geek out. I geek out with my real estate stuff. So I have been working with a lot of investors recently, lots and lots of you. And I'm super proud of the progress my investors have been making. And multifamily is where it is at. And so today, this is one of those videos that's going to be kind of technical for Wine Wednesday, and you are going to be able to save this and reference back to it. That's the intention of this. It's going to be more of a learning. We got the whiteboard. So let's get started. Multifamily and financing. This is something that I think there's a mindset around, I can't do that. That's not me. That's not something that's in my family's never done it. I'm uncomfortable. How can I become a multifamily property owner? I get it. It's not something that a lot of people talk about. People talk about you buy your single family home and you live in it for 15 years, and then you buy maybe another home and maybe one more, and then you're done. That's your real estate life. I want to challenge you, and this is for my agents, my investors. This is kind of for everybody. I want you to start thinking about real estate as something that works for you. That was funny. There we go. Think of real estate as something that works for you. Like if I use my hands too much, that's going to fall again. Okay, and how do I mean that? You don't have to have any money. You don't have to have any money to get into multifamily properties. Here's what you do have to have, though. You see it? You see my board? You don't have to have money for multifamily properties. If you are savvy and you are willing to work, you have skill, and you've got time. Time is what a lot of people don't have. They might want to diversify their portfolio, but they frankly don't have the time to do it. They have other things to do. They've got money, but they don't have time. So you, as an investor, can provide the skill, the work, and the time. That's where private lending comes in. There are people out there who make a lot of money who want to diversify their portfolio, and they need you to put the time in, the work in, and the skill in, and they will give you the money to do it. Private lending is very popular with multifamily homes and being an investor with zero money, okay? That's one way. Another way is doing an equity share. It's got a fancy name, but basically what it's saying is, hey, I'm willing to give you some money if I get something back immediately. This is done a lot. It's called a cash flow program. Basically what you're saying is I'm going to give you a certain amount of money, but I want something in return. This is kind of a Shark Tank moment. I need this and you'll get this. That's an equity share. So let's say 40%. I'm going to give you X amount of money for this investment, and you're going to need to give me 40% of your profits every month, and you're going to, this is the big one, and you're going to need to give me 40% on the back end. When that multifamily property sells, I'm going to get 40% of that profit, of that equity. This is a fantastic way to do things because you're doing the work as the investor. You're putting the time in. You find your equity share investors, they're going to get cash. They're automatically going to have cash flow coming in, and their future cash flow is taken care of when that property sells. It's valuable. Another one is called material resources for investing. This is kind of a wild one, but it's surprisingly common. If you're looking at a property that is old, it's in a historic area, and you want to purchase that property, there might be value in the windows, the doors, the wood. You know, everyone wants a shabby chic something. People will pay for that. So you can fund the property by agreeing to sell off some of those material resources. To some point, it's plants, dirt. Like I said, it's kind of interesting. But that's material resources. Another one is a hard money lender. This is very common. Hard money lending is easier to get. You have to have less qualifications, but you're going to pay a higher interest rate, and there's going to be harder terms on your hard money lending. But hard money lending is usually for a very short amount of time because you're flipping a property. So for multifamily, yes, but not as much. Hard money is much more of a flipping kind of financing for flipping houses. The next one is the one I really want you to pay attention to. The house hack. You know, I didn't even know it had a name when I was doing it. I do house hack for my kids going to college. Auburn, on a 1031 exchange, Kennesaw State had a property there, 1031, Auburn, dropped my 2 kids in it. It's a house hack. They're living there, and then the other roommates are paying for it. Now let's take that and expand upon it. What if you're a first-time home buyer on an FHA loan? I need you to stay with me. This is important. FHA loan, first-time home buyer. 4 units. You live in 1 unit. 4 units, you live in 1. Rent out the other 3. You know what you get for FHA? Interest rate, 3.5%. So right now, if you are a FHA, you don't have to be a first-time home buyer either. Anyone can use an FHA. You just only can have 1 FHA at a time. So that's another topic we can talk about. But think about that. House hack. 4 units. It can be a duplex, top down. It could be side by side. It could be a quad. Once you get past 4, though, 4 units, you can't use an FHA. It goes commercial. So think about that. It's really exciting. Live in 1, rent out the other 3 for 3.5% because it's an FHA loan. That's how you get your money. That's how you create generational wealth. That's how you make a difference in your life and your family's life. Something to think about. The next one is repair allowance. When you're talking to someone and you are the investor and they're giving you money, you negotiate kind of like a closing cost, but that they're going to give you part of that in a lump so that you can start rehabbing, so that it gives you more money to be able to do the rehab. So that's your repair allowance. All these different ways are how you can finance multifamily homes without having any money. And I know it sounds crazy, but think about when you sit around and you talk to your friends and you're like, hey, I really think I want to do this. Here's my plan, and you put it all together, and your mom, your dad, your uncle, your grandparents are like, you know, I've got some money invested. I'm not real sure about the stock market right now. You really think this is a good idea? Yeah, I really do. I've really put a lot of work into it, a lot of time. I've got a lot of skill. Awesome. How about we do a equity share? I'm going to give you some of that money. I'm going to need 40% back, and then 40% at the sale of it. Sounds great. People do this all the time. It's just having the mindset to shift into understanding that real estate isn't just a place to sleep and to live and to raise your family. It can be your investment, your change. It's a product. And a lot of people really want real estate to be part of their portfolio. They don't have time to do it. So that's where you can come in. As a real estate agent, you're already doing it. You've already got the skill. You're already working your ass off. Put that to work for your clients and become an investor. Become an investor and do this for them. No one ever said you can't go to your people and say, hey, I got something going on, you want in? 100%. Create a syndicate, create another LLC, create an S Corp, and become your own holding company. I know I'm going woo-woo on you. But along those lines, I'm going to finish it with this. This is huge right now. People are doing this more than you know. Your neighbors are doing this. People are really digging into multifamily and investing in general. In January, I'm going to do a thing. In January, probably like the 15th, I'm having like a soiree for investors. I'm going to invite you all in. We're going to be on Marietta Square. We're going to do some bourbon. We're going to do some charcuterie. We're going to have hard money lenders there. We're going to have financial advisors there. Insurance folks are going to be there. Lenders are going to be there of all kinds. Conservative lending, creative lending. We're all going to come together and we're going to talk. Because this is the difference. When the world starts going a little crazy, everyone needs a place to live. So that's what I want to provide for you guys, is a resource to think out of the box and, you know what, create some generational wealth. There's nothing wrong with money. Nothing wrong with it. So, it's Tony Bates. I've been working all day. It's time for dinner. I just want to say hey, and I'll talk to you guys later.